Hello, and welcome to the Wastelands, where everyone's a little mad and crazy. Well, I would have to say that crazy is actually impersonating a Grey Warden, because I don't think that's on the forefront of a lot of people's minds to do that. That is pretty crazy. Anyway, hi Shady. Make sure you drive home safely. Grey Warden, more like. Nice. Um, Last Monday, 2 days ago, I spent a lot of time going around my fortress, making sure that my allies are okay. Turns out most of them aren't. Vivian lost her husband, and I truly feel bad that she lost someone important to her. She's still an ass though, because she's choosing to be. It also turns out that Blackwall is not Blackwall. Blackwall, the Grey Warden Blackwall, died, and the Blackwall that I know is called Thom, who used to be an Elysian soldier who took a bribe and cut down a noble and his family, and has been wanted for treason. When Blackwall died, he assumed his identity, and now he's decided to come clean. An admirable action, but I kinda still need my Grey Warden, so I'm gonna go try and save him. What else we're going to do is going to depend on how far we got, but there's probably a lot to do around the fortress. So let's jump right in. Oh, and before I forget, because I always forget, floodlights! I mean, you can see Luna in the edge of my camera. Look at the happy kitty. Are you gonna come here to annoy me, Missy? Are you gonna come here to annoy me? Hey. And now she's off camera. Boop. Let's say hi for the camera. Missy? Me and my cat. Isn't that right? What are you going to? Yeah, my cat is a very quiet cat. You have a loud cat. Anyway, war table missions. Let's go and deal with that, because I do need my, Yeah, your cat is a major drama queen. Wanna know how... Sure, how does my game of Inquisition get fishy?
Inquisitor.
So let's try and get him back. A letter from the Inquisition apothecary Ellen Vermal, directed to the Inquisitor alone. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person. As they say, one must have a past to carve a future. Do they say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that, and for my own reasons. I am here, and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that, and would invest in protecting it. Certain resources of mine are in the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefit of the brewing doppelganger? You are free to ignore the situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique if this person were simply gone? That's it. If you salmon... You're running out of tuna. That didn't sound as good as it did in my head. Never mind. I wanted to make a pun like you're running out of tuna, but you could legitimately be running out of tuna, so it kind of failed as a pun.
All right.
Dagna's father received our simple declaration. I cannot call the reply warm, exactly, but that is not for me to say. Colin. A note from Dagna follows. Thank you, Inquisitor. While he remains disapproving, my father did wish me well. He sent the family crest unmounted, so it can't be worn, but it's more than I had. More than many who come to the surface. Arcanist Dagna.
Let us begin.
I think that's a good one for her. It has come to violence. Lord Desrosiers has directly challenged the holdings of our ally Lady Thibault. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord Desrosiers retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course. Uniting his house and that of your ally Thibault might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste Thibault, is still betrothed to Leandre, but this is war of sorts. In such a times, is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? It is, in fact, the only wise outcome, and I have already begun preparations. Are we understood? In expectations. I might go for Colin on this one. Oh, that's already done. Okay. Unmask those across the sea. Compliments to your spy master. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Cayman Brea, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs, save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she has gotten all she can from Sir Helmut. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Status's only hope for stopping him. Remember that, for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. Ambassador Montpellier, we have never met, but I believe you have, through discreet means, saved me from most disagreeable connection. As I dislike being indebted to anyone, I shall endeavor to repay you with a new item of some interest. Were you aware that the Grand Duchess of Lydes recently paid a visit to Lake Celestine? Indeed, she stayed an entire fortnight as a guest of Duke Alvin Blanchard of Valmontaigne. In light of her other connections, and the curious amount of coin which spread across the region in the aftermath, you may wish to pay him a call. Send an agent and he can expose his connections to Florian for all the world to see. I'll send her on that one.
Let's see what we have.
Yep. Okay, they're all sent out. And now I need to talk to... But since this is an important one, I am going to wait until my trusty advisor is back. Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
How are our guests?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Marquise Hedinel is here, but her grace sends her apologies for missing dinner. Allergies, I'm afraid.
Allergies to what?
Wheat, eggs, honey, meat, most fish, some poultry, and even peppers, to winter fruits, and every nut under the sun.
What does the Marquis subsist on?
Spite, according to her siblings, as the Marquise had the fortune to be firstborn of her family. Try to avoid invitations to any of their luncheons.
I'll do my best. Thank you very much. Let's do one more run around and talk with everyone.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Never mind.
Carry on.
My friend.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later. Goodbye. What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Tell me about our
Are you
soldiers.
satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers handled themselves well during the siege on Adamant. They reacted quickly to changes on the battlefield. More importantly, they relied on each other. Trust in your fellow soldiers is not something that can be trained.
I have no more questions.
I should let you get back to work.
Before I continue, however, I want to know what Josephine says of Blackwall now.
It's good to see you.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Cole.
Cole, actually.
Who? Oh, wait, you mean the quiet young man? How strange. I'm sure we must have talked, yet I can't recall what we discussed.
Let's speak
Oh,
later.
whoops.
Goodbye.
Wrong option.
It's good to see you.
Anything to
What
report?
do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
What about our
Any
allies?
thoughts on the...
Who did you mean?
What about Varric?
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Only 3? What does he write about? Colin? Why is Blackwall not here?
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
And Dorian?
You must have an opinion of Dorian.
Who hasn't? The man could cause a scene standing quietly in the center of an empty room. Still, I do believe he has your best interest at heart. For all that he delights in mocking them from time to time.
Goodbye.
Let's speak later.
I was hoping she'd had an opinion on Blackwall.
Far be it for me to suggest a training adjustment. My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you.
Oh boy.
You know as
Vivian.
well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election.
Oh boy. Here we come. I suspected as much.
I thought that might be coming after the Grand Ball.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What platform do you support?
What would your ideal divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order. The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt, and the malcontents utterly crushed. We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
Yeah, you see, there is a major problem with that, Vivian. I understand that you're very comfortable in the position of power that you have built in the old world, but it has shown that the old methods don't work. The fact that we dove headfirst into a civil war between Templars and Mages shows that the old system doesn't work, yet you would go back to it simply for your own comfort. not for your fellow mages or for your belief. If you reinstate everything the way it was before, just because you want to maintain what you have, you are just going to perpetuate a broken system that doesn't fix anything. What about Liliana?
Liliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom.
You see, but
She
that is...
proposes to abolish the circles with nothing but a solemn promise from mages not to murder children. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The circle protects us all. Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one.
Oh, I know. I am not getting you back in your position of comfortable power.
Yes?
Never mind. Oh, there is one I'm missing. Anyway.
Questions.
Yeah, that's enough.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I'll do my best.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to it.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Goodbye.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Oh, Inquisitor, greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way. Well, I should get back to work. I set aside an entire shelf for Grey Warden lore, and so far it's not even half full. Those wardens and their secrets.
Let's go see if Liliana has anything to say.
At your service, my lord.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Let me check something. Since I'm kind of waiting anyway.
Forge like this.
Elf, dwarf, human. I don't know why they show it. Tier 3, Tier 4. That would be really good armor rating. So what did my current armor have that made it so good that I wanted to keep it? "45 willpower." And willpower translates to Attack all classes and magic defense. So I would need more magic than willpower. So what if... So it's a 71. So if I max it out by using dragon webbing, let me save it first. Because if I want to make a better armor for him, then I will need to make sure that it's master crafted. So get that. Dragon webbing. What does that change? Oh, yeah. I can still change the color later. That's not much of an issue. Magic defense, heal. Spirit resistance, fire resistance, magic defense, heal, spirit, magic, heal, trick, electric, spirit, magic, magic, electric. Three. That's a lot of magic defense. Cold, cold. Ranged, cold, thunder, fire, fire, cold, cold, fire, cold. Three. Three. 5. Willpower, magic, willpower, willpower, magic, magic, I may need to load it. Let's try this again. Six magic. Ranged defense. Let's try this. Nope. 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 Nope.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
There we go. Let's have a look at the runes I have. What was the weapons? I might put that in his cloak. Less health, more healing, so he can sustain himself better. It's not like he ever takes health damage anyway. Revenant. Confirm. What can I put on his armor? Light legs, light arms. Okay. Let's take a look. More magic defense. Nine willpower. 9 magic. 6 magic. 6 magic. 9 magic. Craft. Oh boy. Well, it doesn't really get close to my other armor, Vestments of the Pure, but it's pretty good. Actually, I can probably do more. Let me go quickly check out the Black Emporium, see if they have schematics for arms or legs, master schematics that I can try and buy. I might also try and go shopping in Orly, see if they have anything.
I hear the Red Templars are trying to find this place. Not if I can help it!
Three warrior headgear. Three warrior headgear.
They just break everything.
Nope, these guys don't have any. So let's go check out Orle or Valdoyo. I'm just gonna go by myself because all I really need is to check out the shops. This is going to be the shopping episode. I just want to see if I can actually get better pieces for my armor, because I want to try and up my magic more so I actually deal more damage. As far as tankiness go and tanking, I've got it pretty much covered, because you know, dark actually doesn't go down. But I want to see if there's anything I can buy that could actually help me pump out damage on top of tanking. Hello?
Inquisitor, loftier each time I see you.
Let's see what he has. No weapons. He has armor, but no armor that actually interests me. No accessories, no upgrades. He's got the rune stones, but no schematics. Weapons, no armor, no accessories, upgrades. but no schematics. Ooh, pretty good stuff. Somewhat good armor. No accessories, upgrades. No schematics. That's 3 here, there's 2 more across the street. Nope.
It is a wonder to see how high your reach extends, Inquisitor. I hope to help in some small way.
Armor. No. Nope. There's one. There's a lot of merchants in Battle Royale. Oh, there's even one up there. Hi, Shady. Welcome home. How was work for you?
You heard about the enchanter?
But I doubt either of us will fare so well. Good morrow, Battle Royale.
Regard the charlatan.
Quiet. Very serious. Thrice another. Closure.
Those who had been cast down, the demons who would be gods, began to whisper. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others.
By the way,
Thank you.
what do you think, Shady?
All things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lives.
It is. I did have to sacrifice a lot of willpower because that ugly armor had 45 willpower, but instead I put more magic into this one so that I deal more magic damage, which I think is a better improvement than willpower for him.
Maker.
How much money do I have? I don't think I have enough. Do I? Was it 100,000? Was it 10,000? I know it's a scam, but I want to know what's in that box.
Then the Maker said, to you my second born, I drive thee. In your heart shall burn an unquenched.
A return. I expect this visit shall be as fulfilling as the last. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
You must not know who I am.
I'll have you know that I'm the Inquisitor.
Of course you are.
I am.
And at this moment you are just as important as any other dreamer who enters my boutique. And just as deserving.
Well, goodbye then.
Mind the flooring. It is not used to feet that have been subjected to soil.
It's only 10,000. I can't afford it. Wait, this gives me an operation? Really? Did I buy a golden Nug statue?
I am undone. Buried in wealth, but undone.
Apparently, I bought a golden Nug. Okay. Anyway. Time to go to Skyhold. I want to go to my war table first to see what that mission is about.
Your worship.
Cause I got a mission out of that, and now I'm just like, where the fuck is this thing going to lead me? I don't think anyone's done with their mission yet, so... 1, 2... 3... yeah, no. The Tomb of the Emerald Knights. Oh, can let me do this. Our researcher is fascinated by the lure fashioned from the golden nug. She believes that her knowledge of the involved species, combined with the elimination of the apex predator, can result in an opportunity to flesh out something bigger. Something that will truly inspire on the field. It is certain. This is going to lead to a nug mount. Okay. Would be nice if I had a dragon mount. Oh! Kirkquill just got done. Our plea for aid has earned us great praise. Many see our willingness to commit to Kirkwall's restoration as a reinforcement of our commitment to restoring order to all the world. First Kirkwall and then all of Talos. Inquisitor. Here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing, perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen? Yeah, there is a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate the task.
Let us begin.
That is going to be a long one. Anyway. Shady, it's time for the main event. The one thing I was waiting for you to get home for. Judging. But someone specific this time.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Thom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. The decision of what to do with him is yours.
I hate to see you like this.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. Using your ties to the underworld to free me. You're a criminal, same as me. The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I had no choice.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Okay. I mean, I know what I'm going to choose, because I've already, like, from these three options, there's only one thing this version of Dark would pick. But still, I'd love to hear the options. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. The last option will probably upset Sarah and Blackwall and others. Yeah. But, Shady, wanna take a gamble? What do you think Dark is going to choose? Knowing what you know of this iteration of Dark, shouldn't be that hard to figure out, though. Exactly.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Thom Rainier.
Inquisitor.
Oh, and I have a Blackwall mission. I'll go check that out after this. Oh boy.
Blessings upon us all.
And it radius in 4 years. I gotta give it to you, teens. That's a really good one.
Inquisitor?
What do I call you now?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
A noble sentiment.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
We'll talk later.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay, let me go check out that mission. And then I might go to the Emerald Graves.
You've given up. That's your problem. I changed how I fight you. Young life living. Your worship. It's good to see you.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
I never truly met Sir Blackwall, but Thom Rainier hardly sits better on the tongue. How could he have kept up this deception for so long? To what purpose? Really, Inquisitor, I'd rather not think of it.
That
Let's
is
speak
fair.
later.
Farewell.
Now let's take a look at this new mission it unlocked, because that's bound to be something. A letter, written in fine hand and lightly scented, signed by Josephine. The issue of Thom Rainer has been settled, but his deceptions has had a far-reaching consequence. Had we not used the Grey Warden treaties, we might not have found ourselves in so awkward a position. As it is, I received daily messages from all quarters demanding we make reparations. We must do something. I'm sorry, did we embarrass the Duchess at the soiree by stepping on her gown, or was the sky torn open and Haven beset by an ancient darkspawn magister? We needed the gold, we needed the men. You would have persuaded someone to part with them, with or without the treaties. We are not making reparations for doing what we had to do, what no one else could have done. Don't forget, we are now allied with the Wardens. If we had no authority to conscript before, we do now. I mean, that is not entirely wrong. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they're still all 3 on the mission. So I think it's time to head out and try my new equipment for a spin. Just let me do one more round of the people. I just need to check up on Iron Bull, I think. And Sarah.
Your worship.
And Cole. And then I'm going to the Emerald Graves, because I still got a few things I need to do there.
Hey, you need me? See you later, Bull. Nice talking with you, boss.
I'm to hear it.
Sitting and waiting. Great, yeah?
Carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
And let's check up on Cole.
I'm here.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Time for the Emerald Graves. Let's go check up on those elves. Well, his image is very different now. Let's take Solus. Let's take Cole. Why not? Oh, I've got a bit of a runny nose, it seems. People need to level up as well. Nope.
It's Taven's party.
Looks like they tried to fight back, but most were unarmed. Poor buggers. Never stood a chance.
There should be Inquisition soldiers here.
Really? Somebody came by and did all of this in the little time it took to get here? Well, they messed with people working with the Inquisition. You know what that means. Ooh, excuse me.
These are our men.
The Emerald Knights curse the past, the place where lies were born, for beneath their sun our people fell, the lands their lady once bestowed, now stolen in her name. So when these words are read, we shall be gone. Also, I don't know if you saw it, Shady, but I had a talk with Vivian about the whole choosing the new divine, and I just straight up told her I like Liliana, not Lillian, Liliana as a candidate.
They won't hurt anyone else.
Also, someone was playing Helldivers, but somebody changed to Fashion Star. I saw everything. Oh. Sure, Deets. Sure. That's probably the way forward. So what's over here? Ooh, big guy. Did I just one-shot that thing? Not much of a behemoth, is it?
Corypheus's men had part of a seal. Do they even know what it opens?
Taven's interest must have been enough to draw their attention.
The Emerald Knights cry for the past. Only there does glory dwell, for here the bow was strung, the sword bequeathed, the vows sworn. So glory was born within the hearts
The
of the
Emerald
elves.
Knights. They once patrolled the borders of the Dales, protecting the elven people. The Dalish saw them as romantic heroes. The Chantry called them ruthless butchers. I suspect both sides have some element of truth.
Arleton, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber. But this was not death, for we know they wandered to the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvanon, which in the old language meant place of our people, and at the center of the world stood the great city of Arleton, a place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvolen to the north, called Shamlin or Quicklings by the ancients. The humans were pitiful creatures whose life blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quick to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy for their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Alvanon off from the humans, for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. That's a lot of damage.
We should look around.
That doesn't seem to be here. Okay. So I'll have to move forward a little more. That's a dead end. Alright, let's have you open that up. Well, that wasn't really worth it, but at least I got it so that I can sell it. The Emerald Knights, forget not the past, it is all that remains. For each night a seed was sown, roots twisting with their brothers and sisters, so the forest remains a reflection of our sorrow. The Emerald Knights mourned for the past and all that was left there, for we trusted in dreams and perceived immortality. We trusted in promises and in hope, so we dreamed in vain, for we lost these gifts long ago. Epitaph for the Lost. Neat, tight script preserved a final epitaph for the fallen. Frail, faltering in darkness, though imperfect her voice is balm. Andrale, Falundin, Enazal, Eneste.
I believe I sense one of the artifacts of my people.
Naught but blood and torn flesh, but a mother knows her child. Soran, Falundin, Enazal, Eneste. Epitaph for the Lost. Fire stirred, ever an important heart, but she would not be moved. Siona, Falundin, Enazal, Eneste. Arrow along the spine, the child cried, sheltered by his form. Talin, Falundin, Enazal, Eneste. That last part sounds like a prayer of sorts. Blackwall. Constable of the Grey, Silverite, Wings of Valor, hardly relevant now. They are Warden Blackwall's achievement, and the man we thought to be him was someone else entirely. It explains why I had scant information on Blackwall. He must have been lying low for years. I compiled everything I had on Thomas Rainier. Read on. Liliana. What Oh my god, dude. What follows is a history of Thomas Rainier, prepared for delivery by Sister Liliana. Rainier was born in Markham, a city-state in the Free Marches. There is little information on his early life, but he was already a skilled warrior by the time he turned 18. Hoping to make his fortune, he joined the Grand Tourney, the great Marcher contest of arms. He won the melee, proving himself and earning a substantial sum of gold. What happened to the coin Rainier won at the tourney is a mystery. 2 years later he appeared in Orlais, no richer than at 18. Still, he leveraged his abilities and lingering fame to gain a place in the Orlesian army. Rainier excelled as a soldier, rising through the ranks quickly to become a captain with a number of men under him. Rainier's men were fiercely loyal. Our source believed that many would have gladly defied a higher command at his word. On the surface, Rainier safeguarded his men's interest, but further investigation reveals that he was primarily concerned with his own advancements and profit. Rainier's desire to amass a fortune likely explains his involvement in the massacre of Lord Vincent Kellier and his family. Our sources tell us that Rainier was approached by a chevalier, Sir Robert Chepius. Sir Robert supported Grant de Gaspard's claim to the throne and wished to enter into his good graces by eliminating Lord Kellier, one of Celine's staunchest allies. Chapuis hired Rainier to assassinate Kellier and offered him a great deal of coin for it. We had no reason to believe his actions were politically motivated. In the spring of 935, Lord Kellier and his family were traveling to their summer home on Lake Celestine when their caravan was ambushed. It is unknown if Rainier realized that Kellier would be traveling with his family. Rainier and his men slaughtered Lord Kellier and his entourage. They spared not even the children, all 4 under the age of 13. It seems that none of Rainier's men were aware of the true reason behind the Lord's killing. They simply followed Rainier's orders. Rumor of Rainier's connection to the murders began swirling through the upper ranks of the army and must have given him forewarning. He was gone when the guards came to arrest him. His men, however, were not so lucky. Almost all was charged with treason, save a few who managed to get away. Thom Rainier was labeled a traitor and a criminal, but remained at large until now. How was that marked before, but now it isn't? You know, considering how much advancements there was from Dragon Age 1 to Dragon Age 2 and from Dragon Age 2 to Inquisition, I can't help but be curious to see how much advancements there's going to be in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. So let's first have a look here, because I think I missed something. Oh, that was what I was in before. Okay, and now I'm actually here. So... how do I get there? Oh! Lag? Apparently. Or I can just go down here, which is a completely different path I hadn't seen before. Somehow. Anyway. There's enemy here, so... The Emerald Knights sing for the past, where rests those who came before. For each night a seed was sown, roots twisting to their brothers and sisters, so the forest grew, a reflection of our might. I knew there was one here, but I had forgotten. But now that I have that, I can actually continue. Yeah, right, okay, I've been here. So, what's down here? Loot. And coal, apparently. Oh, this is all the way down. I see. Nothing here. Nothing here. Let's continue to look around first before I go up. I doubt it's any good, but I'll check. No, not gold. Blackwall. Yeah, he's got battle. He's got actually a pretty strong weapon. Okay, that is the way up. Nice try, but you're going to have to be a better rogue than that if you want to get me down. Yeah, so that is ahead. Actually, let me just take this with me, just to be safe. Right, nothing there. I need to go up to investigate further. Because didn't Solus say that he found one of the artifacts of his kind in this ruin? I don't think I've found that artifact yet. There's still a locked door there.
Sense elven magic somewhere nearby.
Yeah, see? Should be somewhere nearby. Oh, hi. Arlatan, Part 2. You ask what happened to Arlatan? Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what really happened. What we have are accounts of the days before the fall and the fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called the Winter, which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elvenham. When they breached the great city of Arlatan, our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Winter Imperium marched easily through Arlatan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and humans' contact quickened the veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fen'Harel, the dread wolf and lord of tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil would exile themselves to the abyss, neither group ever again to enter the other lands. But the gods did not know that Fen'Harel had planned to betray them, and by the time they realized the dread wolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It's a fable, to be sure, but those elves who traveled beyond claim that Fen'Harel still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods lest they escape from their prison. Whatever the case, Arlatan had fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that the Tevinter Magisters used their great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Arlatan whole, destroying aeons of collected knowledge, culture, and art. The whole of elven lore left only to a memory. So he felt something close by. Oh, there it is.
Excellent. The wards are functioning again.
So what is across the way? Because there's also a couple of rooms here. That's the beginning. There's a room here I could potentially check out. No, that is the way forward. Right. And that's blocked. Both of these are likely blocked. So I think I've done everything in this section. Time to move on and see what lies deeper in the tomb.
This is it. Whatever Taven hoped to find, it's here.
Epitaph for the lost. Two emerged within an eve. As one they fought, as one they fell. Rin, Ilan, Valondin, Enazau, Eneste. I'm starting to deal some really good damage. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Ooh, there might be a good shield for Blackwall. Yes, it is. What does it look like? Ooh, nice. Anyway, grab this. Before I climb down, let me look around. That was a dead end. And I don't suppose I can take... Nope. No, I can't. So let's go down first before I take the blue flame. Let's see what's down here. Maybe there's nothing down here? Doesn't seem like it. So let's go see what that blue flame is about. The death of Elandrin. Elandrin, our brother. Falondin guide you, Maker guide you. Let here the truth be kept, lest you be remembered a traitor, or our sorrow seem a passing bow. Though you swore to serve our people, there were those questions in your heart. Too often had we fought with humans along our borders until the beginning was lost to memory. Rumors of an abduction stirred. As always, their chantry was swift to spread lies. In haste and anger they killed Siona's sister for wandering too near the hunter's path. You carried her body back to us, you mourned with us, yet your heart was distracted. Siona begged for vengeance, and you turned away. More and more you vanished without word or explanation. When whispers rose that you would swear yourself to their maker, we feared what would come. Siona sought to save you, to bring you back to us. She had lost a sister, but must she also lose a brother? Beneath the trees she saw you with a woman, the one who turned you from us. The woman gestured towards the village. You and she turned to gaze upon the chantry's walls. Siona returned. She told us how humans were turning you against us, how their lies must have filled you. As a loyal servant to the Maker's cause, you would betray our secrets. When we went to ask if there was truth in this, you were already gone. So we sought to stop you. With haste, Siona led her people to the village. There we would challenge you. There we would bring you back to us, or to justice. In the dim of a moonless night, she saw Siona through the trees. She raced towards Siona, a cry on her lips and something in her hand. Siona's arrow flew, so the woman fell, the name Elandrin dying on her lips, daisies slipping from her grasp. The men of the village suspected the girl's flight and heard the screams. They fell upon the elves, but were no match. Siona's haste surpassed your own. You knelt beneath the trees, blood-soaked petals clinging to your clothes from a final embrace. When more humans came, you would not be moved, and they would not listen. Their arrows found your heart, and you fell beside her. We found your body in the river where they cast you aside. She was taken by her own. It was not the end, but your part is past. Rest now as our honored brother once more. The wreath of daisies at your brow, the letter she carried in your hand. Whoever guides you, whoever guides her, may your souls meet once more in the beyond. Faded blood stains the letter. Adeline. What care have I for gods I have never seen, for a maker I do not know? Let others distract themselves with lofty concerns. I know only this life, I have seen only this world, and I care only for you. Perhaps your priestess distrusts the sincerity of uncivilized elves. If she must hear me say I will follow the Maker, so be it. Your God intercedes as much as ours. My life will not change. I will return in 2 weeks' time. My heart longs for you till then, and will remain with you forever after. Elendrin.
It's an account of Red Crossing. When the elves attacked that town, it prompted the exalted march of the Dales.
Taven would want the Dalish to have this.
I imagine the Chantry would be interested in it as well.
The Emerald Knights, cry for the past, it shall claim us all. For here rests our saviors, newly slain. Others lie beyond our reach, so we remember. Let the true name burn away and enter Dinan Hanin, the place where glory ends. Andrale, whose song inspired, Sauron, with bow in hand, Siona, who kept the bridge, Talim, who saved the child, Rin, who let them out, Elan, who kept watch, Elandrin, whom we betrayed. A blank space follows the names, as if more were to be carved. I think I know what I'm going to do with that history. The Chantry has already destroyed a lot of the elves. The elves have lost a lot. I'm not going to have more history destroyed for the sake of a Chantry that has even failed its own purpose. But for now, I'm going to take a break and I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. See you all in a moment. Hello, and welcome back. So without further ado, let's continue and get the elves their history back. Or at least some of it. I wonder if I have to, who I have to give this to, because wasn't Dovish, well, it was Dovish's party. I don't know if Dovish himself was hurt or not.
Any who serve Corypheus willingly deserve no mercy. Let us thin their ranks.
I don't disagree with you, but there are no enemies to thin.
These are our men.
I already kinda took care of that. Let's first travel there and then come back. So I think the only ones whose icon hasn't adjusted yet is Solus, his icon. And Cassandra.
It's good to see you again.
I found something about Red Crossing in Dinan Hanim.
If you went to the Emerald Graves, did you see Tavin and the others?
They were killed. I'm sorry.
I am too. Sorry, but not surprised. Thank you for bringing this to me. It is part of our tale and will be cherished. May your gods watch over you, friend.
Welcome again, friend.
Now I need to go to Chateau d'Anterre. One, two, three. Didn't I? Totems and the graves, 2 of the 3, so there is one I haven't done yet. But I don't know which one I haven't done yet. Oh, I do know which one I haven't done yet. I haven't done that one. I'll probably have to go there. Set active. Sure. What does the infinite wisdom of Tedius Maximus Decimus Meridius von Swagerton Swars have to say? This is a difficult one. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. Constellation Alluvia. Thank you, thank you. Also, I hated my activity thing is gone on OBS. Oh, hi Bound. Didn't realize it was you. Also, even if I had my activity feed, I probably wouldn't have realized it was you. Thank you. Although that was a tricky one. Excuse me. Excuse me. Owing primarily to the popular Orlesian tale of the same name, the constellation Alluvia is commonly referred to as sacrifice. During the Glory Age, folklore told of a young woman saved from a lustful mage by being sent into the sky by her father, after which the mage killed him, hence the sacrifice. The daughter became the constellation, depicted as a seated woman with her hand in the clouds. Prior to this tale, Alluvia was thought to represent Razikel, the winter old god of mystery, and the constellation was the source of many superstitions involving the granting of wishes. I mean, out of everyone, you're probably the one getting the closest. So that is done. Then I need to go here, so I'll do that first. I mean, Bun is currently also running by another name. A name I actually gave her because she came asking me for one. I mean, no offense, Bound, but if your name represents that about you, you should change your name more often. Now, how do I... Oh, right. So that's what that was. I see. Also, on the same topic, names have meaning behind them. Soundless Mindscape. Are you sure that meaning fits you? Because I think your Mindscape is anything but soundless. I mean, fair. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, I think it does. Is that better for... It's the same, but the other one has better stats, the one he currently has on. Okay, now that that is done, I need to go here. Go upon my Amaranthian horse, which is just adding insult to injury at this point. And I need to head over here. Wait. What? Why here? What's over here? Why am I pinging? Okay. That might be a good... Blackwall already has a good belt. Oh, I can give it to him. He doesn't have a lot. Now let's see what that thing is about. There's a lot of explorations on this map. Because there was the villa, then there was the elven ruins on north, then there's this villa. I also have that big puzzle on this map, so this was a busy map.
Fancy house. Too quiet.
They're here, watching, waiting, wanting. Be careful.
Painting of Valroyo. It's also dark here. No pun intended.
Well, that just lit itself. Good sign.
It knows we're here.
Torn diary. A torn diary page. It's not fair. I want to go outside. I can hear the guests downstairs. Another party. There's always another party. Mother and father bought me a present to make me feel better. To make me better, they're just trying to shut me up. Cook's scared of me. She still calls me my sweets. But she's scared. Still, she hasn't told father or mother. She's afraid of me more than she likes them. I don't think Cook likes herself much either these days. I have a new friend now. She understands me. She'll help make things fair again. Oh boy, I guess this is the horror episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. The Imperial Highway. Nanette Dompierre, Ma Belle Rose. Jeanette Dompierre, matriarch of House Dompierre. Open.
From the look of their clothes, I'd say these men were looters.
Not very good at it, were they?
Oh my god, Blackwall's reply. I mean, he's not wrong, but just like deadpan going with that is hilarious. The Dalish woods in the summer. Nanette Dompierre, Ma Belle Rose. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Should we look around? hell's that?
Andrian.
Pain or fear or sadness.
I'm pretty sure this corpse wasn't here before. That door opens. Well, what's in here? That should just lead outside again. Yep.
I believe I sense one of the artifacts of my people.
Okay. That's the ballroom. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is going to be a confusing round, so... The ballroom. That leads outside. That leads outside. I had to make myself breakfast this morning. It wasn't very good. When I saw Mother and Father, I couldn't stop crying. I don't know what to do. My friend says there's a way to be less lonely. She says not to be afraid. There are other games we can try and I will feel better. Where are these corpses coming from?
should help strengthen the veil.
Can I just say, I'm actually dealing a lot of damage now. So I've gone almost everywhere on this floor, so let me go back. And now there's suddenly no noise. Oh boy. The cook's diary. Pages tucked under the servant's mattress. Danielle noticed my unease and has been pestering me with questions about the girl. I told the dreaded child to see to her duties and mind her own business, but at this rate she's going to start prying and something will have to be done about her. Danielle's not a bad sort, even if she's a bit lazy. It'd be a pity to have to tell Lord Domterre that she's been troublesome. Maybe I could just have the child fired. She knows her letters and numbers. There are any number of places that would take her. It's not too late for her. I wish it weren't too late for me and the others. I must go tend to my poor sweets. I hope today will be a good day. Mage child possessed by a demon? Something like that? Don't worry, Shady. This time there's no mother to sacrifice. Also, the fact that there's no music, that my sound's glitched, makes this place creepier. Oh, hi. Hiding behind the door, are we? Okay, sounds back. And with that, I should have explored all the bottom map. Okay, so let's go back to the library, because I was there first, and let's go up. There's a couple of things. This place is big. I'll have a bit of reading to do in here, it seems. The Uneven Kiss, Volume 1. Excerpt from the first volume of a popular romance serial known for frivolity and excess. Would they truly notice so brief an absence? He murmured softly. He kept his back to her, his eyes on the painting, as though she did not excite the slightest interest. Would it be so very brief? She returned. The corner of her mouth twitched in smile, a small triumph that served to quicken her pulse, making her mindful of her own countenance. The garden, he murmured softly, and walked away, without a glance in her direction. Her journey to the hedge maze was uneventful, although her heart yet quickened. At last he pulled her into a dark alcove. So serene, that smirk of yours, he murmured in her ear. Let me see you smile. Slowly he pulled the ribbon that bound her mask. The Girl in Red Crossing. Too long I have traveled. Soon I'll see her smiling. The girl in Red Crossing I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she's there. Daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. I've dreamed of the kiss I stole, 'neath the arbor. I've dreamed of the promise, 'neath the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. One last stream to cross, one last hill to wander, until I reach the love I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she's there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Running through the streets, only silence follows, elven arrows sunk into the old ash tree. Oh, I know she's there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Ruby on the green, petals lost and drifting. Take her to his side, Andraste, hear my plea. I found her lying there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Not surprisingly, this folks... Luna! I'm busy, girl! Not surprisingly, this folk song originated from the Red Crossing region, although it is known in various parts of Olay. While clearly inspired by the events of the Exalted March of the Dales, it is unknown whether the narrator and the eponymous girl are based on actual figures or are representative of the overall losses suffered at Red Crossing. From Orlesian Musical Traditions by Sister Rosette, published by the University of Orlais. Luna! Of Gods and Doubts. Forgive me. I claimed belief once, swore with tears in my eyes that Our Lady was the light, and through her blessing knew the Maker, but I cannot brook the division between what I have tried to know and what I cannot ignore. Is the Maker less silent than the profane elven pantheon or the old gods of the winter? And what of archdemons that are not silent at all? We have real ongoing strife, all of us, every people and creed, that we each blame on the heretical actions of others, and yet if any of our truths was truth, that blame would be impossible. It is not just that these claims of divinity cannot coexist, it's that no other claims could be made. If any one of those worshipped were ever truly God. I am shamed my fate cannot withstand so pedestrian an argument. All I have learned in my time here is fear. Initiate Michaela Chevet. Go as you must. Wow. Wow. Go as you must, as must we all. But know that the only thing worse than a faith broken is a faith untested. Correspondence and Teachings of Mother Hevara, VOD Archive. Secret reading. Pages of a letter have been hidden inside a copy of the Uneven Kiss Volume 2. The box seems unassuming, but I'm told it works as intended. There's an enchantment to it. It attracted power before. If you want more details, we talk more coin. There are risks in asking too many questions. I doubt you care, so long as it helps with your little problem. I'll expect my fee in due course. From the Canticle of Trinities. An illuminated copy of the Chant of Light. A few passages have been bookmarked. In secret they worked, magic upon magic, all their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way. Above them a river of light, before them the throne of heaven, waiting, beneath their feet the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. Superstitions. A book of superstitions. Several of the pages have been bookmarked. How to prevent magic formation in the earliest stages. Should mage blood run through your line, no matter how distant the relation, avoid conceiving in winter. While with child, sleep with right embryon beneath your pillow to ensure good health. Infants and most small children will show no signs of magic. However, you can purge the body of unwanted elements before they take hold. Place leeches on each of the child's limbs. When done, burn the leeches. Be sure not to inhale the smoke. Afterwards, wrap the child's limbs in cloths blessed by a chantry's sister. The child showing signs of magic may be submerged in water until the breathing is nearly lost. If magic is still weak within them, it will die before the child. Should the trouble persist beyond reason, certain talismans may suppress the child's skill. That is fucking...
There are more books on magic, how to contain it.
Such attempts never end well.
That was disturbing. That requires a key. I see. I mean, they're talking about taking a child's, submerging a child into water until it almost stops breathing. I wouldn't call that erotic, Teets. Oh my god. You really are cursed, you know that? Cursed in the best way. But this door's locked from the other side. This door's locked from the other side. Oops. Thorn diary. I showed him. We had such fun we did, dancing and partying until everyone fell down. It was glorious. The best party ever. Father and Mother went to their room when we were done. Mother was crying, she was so happy. I held out a present, it made me better, just like they said. I have not left the house. I'm still scared of what's on the other side of the door. But maybe I'll go out tomorrow. Is the other door locked? No, it's not. So what's in here? An apology. A hastily written note left on a guest room table. Ma chère Colette, I am very sorry, but we must depart sooner than anticipated. Night terror seized my husband. He will not remain a moment longer. Honestly, I don't know what he's thinking, rushing us out of here so rudely. I hope you will forgive me for not conveying my regrets in person, but due to the late hour we decided not to be a bother. I'm sure you understand. Je t'embrasse. Ugh, the French. Okay, so that door's locked. Those doors are locked. There might be a door there that I haven't checked, so let me go double check. Loot. Loot. That door needs a balcony key. Alright. Well, welcome to the haunted house episode of Dragon Age. And as I was saying, Shady... Oh, the sound is no longer glitched. It was glitched before so that there was no background music. It was just my footsteps running through an empty house. It actually made it a little more terrifying. Oh. There we go. Oh. Okay, so some of the original routes I've tried to take are all... So that is locked, the other side's locked. I've read most of the things here, so now I gotta move to the next staircase. But yeah, like I said, I suspect Mage Child interacting with Demon probably caused this entire place to become cursed. But hey, look at it this way, at least this time there's no mother to sacrifice. Also, what is it with these dead that keeps spawning? Lol, shady. So, what's over here if I go up? Are they just gonna keep spawning? Before I do anything, let me go up there and check around that area first. That's also the balcony key. Lord Domter's beast. Impressive. Most certainly a fake, but of superior quality. I'd rather hang a handsome piece than something unappealing. Lord Domter to Lady Mondaire on the aesthetic appeal of a fine authentic beast purchased in Val Royale. A reminder. A shakily written note. There is no one left to remind me. I can't trust the thoughts in my head. Some of them are hers, but these are mine. Key to balcony. Do not use. It won't make you better. Daylight. She lied. Okay, so I've got the key to the balcony. Now, let me check what's over here. Nothing. Well, I certainly see what the objective here is, but let's keep looking around for now. So, what's in here? Nothing. I know I can jump out of open windows. I don't know which ones I would want to jump out of here. These things just keep showing up. Oh, wait, I can actually... Oh. Thank you, Shady. But now I need to make my way back up. Let me just double check that there's nothing else. Oh, that's cool. I'm like, what the hell is over there? Nothing on those platforms yet. So most of this is also done. So now I gotta go open. Now let's see what this is about.
Only the anger was left. We made it stop.
Was it suffering that drew the spirit here? or cruelty. At least it is over.
I mean, fair, he did. Lord Domptaire's journal. The journal entry is dated... Yeah, he does. The journal entry is dated 927 Dragon. That Circle Templar is demanding another payment, the greedy bastard, taking advantage of us all these years because we wanted to preserve our good family name. He promised to silence the mage once returned to the Circle, but that doesn't protect us from the Templar. I wonder though, was it enough? No, the mage was strong. Even I could sense it. It was terrifying. There's no way the child could break through. She doesn't even have training. So long as she stays inside, everything will be alright. No one will ever know. So that was the first one. There I found the first clue. Painting on the fireplace. Oh, that's the one I keep hearing. Didn't I have this done already? That's this place, right? Hey, Shady? Could you double check if this quest can get bugged? Because according to my map, that should be here. In which case, I already have it, but it's not marked as completed. But here's the thing, I have found it. It's this spot on the ground. I looted it before. It just didn't mark it as finished. But for now, I am going to return to Skyhold to sell stuff, but also no worries, I'll just mark it up as being bugged. Which sucks, because it is a mission I've done already, but I guess it won't count towards my achievements.
Stone man, Inquisitor.
Can you interpret the meaning?
Do you have any insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Here you go, Inquisitor. I wrote up some thoughts. Hope it adds to the effort.
Whew.
Inquisitor?
The Mason's Tales. Invasion. This pretty collection is invasion. Big claim for 7 people and 1 castle. Maybe dreams aren't as grand as mages claim. Flying looks like fun though. Like falling. But up. So not like falling at all. It's 7 here. 7 magisters. Only 5 detailed, but that's because 2 have been chipped away. Looks like vandals, done with a rock, not chisel. Hard to come up with a reason to do it poorly like that except fear or lack of time. Maybe they had symbols different from the ones left because symbols are always making people angry enough to chip rock. So these 7 invade the Golden City. That's what it's meant to be because it's all fanciful. Need stairs, if you ask me. Don't care if you can fly, stairs aren't just functional. They lead the eye and ground the structure. Here the sculptor hasn't just left them off, she's made the place too high. Anyone with a sense of stone will tell you that this place is coming down under its own weight. It's intentional because it's God's house, but I'm not sure what the style mishmash has to do with the wonder of that. If this were a real place from that long ago, you'd see only the winter in the architecture, but this looks like a typical post-Empire bluster, adding elven bits like they always owned it. That's an artist for you. A mason would have at least got it right away round. The winter foundation with elven overlay, not muddled. Anyway, simple message, the carver wanted it known that mortals aren't supposed to be there. No stairs. Okay, time to sell. And I think Colin was done with a mission, so I might see if I can send him on another one, and then I'll probably save it up. Hey, before I sell, Shady, can you just make sure that the Dompere crest ring, I don't need that for anything? Okay, just want to make sure. Nope. That's best shield I have. Let's take a look at Sarah. Nope. Dorian. Nope. He has a better stuff. Blackwall. No. Cole. Wyvern Tooth. Can I just point out that Cole's current hat looks like the hat from Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat? It's probably a better one for her. He has a better one on. So I'd rather have him have that warden helmet, even though it doesn't look good on him. It's a better outfit for him. Barrack. Nope. Iron bow. No, he has better. Okay, so I should be able to sell everything.
like this, who needs the view?
Okay, now let me send out Colin for a mission, and that will probably be a good point. Then I can pick it up on Sunday with this game, where I will try and finish a secret mission in the Emerald Graves. And then Friday I'll be back together with Shady doing some Orcs Must Die. Our soldiers allowed Isthmus Goodson to leave his holdings before they razed his fields. There were reportedly several oddly colored clouds that choked a flock of birds. While there is no sign that Isthmus intended to supply an enemy, he had the means to do so. Colin. A note from the Inquisition apothecary. Interesting times, Inquisitor. Though it was not the final action I was hoping for, I thank you for this interjection. I look forward to ensuring the health and effectiveness of the Inquisition for as long as needed. The Imperial Army will aid the Inquisition's forces against Corypheus, but they must also address lingering issues at home. Weakness in the Vale, no doubt heightened due to rifts, have resulted in demons on the road between Val-Forêt and Montsemar. This would demand a call to action at the best of times. Unfortunately, the increased number of travelers on the roads, merchants attempting to restore trade, and displaced civilians returning home after the war has made the situation worse. The head of the Imperial Army has requested assistance from the Inquisition in subduing this threat. I think I'll go with that. That is a good one for Colin. I have a lot of interesting missions to do, and I still have a couple of places I need to visit that I haven't even started yet. The Inquisition never rests. Did I save? Yes, I saved. But for now, let us see if there's any additional content and for someone to raid. So, get out of here, EA. So, let's have a look. Clips. No, no clips. So, instead, let's see if we can raid someone. Oh, yep, there is someone we can raid. So, let me take a moment. I'm gonna snooze the ad because now it's not worth it. Let's go raid someone we raid at an earlier date. So, with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. After all, it's a very dangerous world out there.